just checking to see how things are going with Jake. Give me a text when you get a chance. Bye.
Personal calls while on duty or professional?
I'm on break. When did you start doing rounds on this floor?
Since the illustrious Dr. Finn took a leave of absence without so much as a cop hook, his caseload was divided amongst more responsible physicians, and I was forced to pick up his slack. It's thoughtless, arrogant, typical.
I'm sure he had good reasons.
There's someone who can give us some insight.
Excuse me?
What's the reason behind your boyfriend's hasty departure?
I don't see how it's any of your business what Dr. Finn does during his leave of absence. You may as well just tell her the truth. Okay, Dr. Finn doesn't want anybody to know, but he's working on an article about his cure. It's for a prestigious medical journal.
Is this true?
Yeah.
A prestigious medical journal? Which one?
Oh, we can't say.
It didn't take long for his ego to kick in, did it? I should have known he'd be the first to believe his own hype.
Well, maybe after his generous contribution and all his hard work, he was just needing some time off. And when he comes back, I'm sure he'll be a better doctor for it.
We'll see. This time next year, he'll probably be on a book tour.
I didn't need you to save me if that's what you were trying to do. She's a pain. And besides, I think I have a pretty good idea what you're going through with Finn. If you ever want to talk, I'm around. Okay.
I'm busy. Please come back.
Hey.
Like I said, come in.
I wanted to explain why I was so over the top about Finn.
There's no need. You've been amazingly, annoyingly gracious about the whole thing.
When I saw him stealing meds, alarm bells went off in my head, and all I could think about was what Lucky had put me through, and I just didn't want you to be blindsided like I was. And I don't mean to push, I just know what you're going through. I know it's not easy. If there's anything I can do for you, you know where to find me.
Elizabeth. Wait. Stay. Please. I know a little bit about addiction, so I know Finn's got real challenges ahead of him, and I can see that I've been a classic enabler, begging and pleading and reasoning, even threatening him, anything to make him get the help that he needs.
Of course. You love him.
Yeah, well, I even tried guilting him with that. I said things like he valued his drugs over me, but it didn't work because it's true. No matter what I said or did, he refused to get help. And no matter how many times I told him I would be there for him, he kept pushing me away. The other night after you and Franco left, I told him I would go home with him and I would support him, but he didn't want me to. He said that he had to deal with this alone. So I let him go, and I haven't seen him since, and I don't know, am I doing that because that's the right thing to do? Or is it because I'm scared I'm not up for the job?
You can't help Finn until he's ready to help himself.
Yeah, but he's so stubborn. How am I going to get through to him from a distance?
And I used to ask myself that same question before Lucky got clean. I tried to get through to him, and I thought it was up to me to get him to see the light. But it turns out it wasn't. His father got through to him.
Yeah, well, Finn doesn't have anyone else. Other than Roxy.
Well, you never know who might break through. Sometimes it's the least likely person who winds up having the biggest impact. But you need to stop feeling guilty and make peace with the fact that person may not be you.
I really appreciate you listening and for your advice.
I'm just glad I could help.
I'm not in the mood to hug.
Okay.